Number 5, security assessment. Security assessment is very important. It should be done for both IT and OT systems. When we talk about IT, like any application in use or that should be tested, or maybe any new application which is under development before it goes live, there should be VPT, VA or a PT, whichever is applicable should be conducted for that application, and the same should be done for infrastructure as well. The only challenge we are that maybe any power company or maybe any industrial company may be facing is that the availability of security assessment for OT environment. There are very less tools and the skill set of this tool is very limited. The last point is security audit. So get your organization audited by a certain impaneled auditor, and for the framework 2700 information security management system. This is what I feel is important.
Thank you, sir. Amitabh, so I want to come to you because you bring a very different perspective. You coming from the defense, what we have seen, the technologies and the processes that you use today, they come to the civil world after a certain point in time. You guys are already far ahead of that curve because the kind of stakes that are there in defending a defense network. So how are you tackling the compliances? How are you making your environment compliant to the standards that you define? And how are you tackling because there's a misconception in some of the people in the civil world that if I do air gap, I'm going to be secured. But you see threats day in, day out. So how are you defending against it, sir?
Thank you. First of all, thanks to ObserveNow for giving this opportunity. And the mandatory disclaimer that the points given are purely personal opinions. My organization doesn't endorse that. Okay, thanks for the question. Taking the clue from Janak Khandari's statement where he made, dream of our nation to become a Viksit Bharat and Surakshit Bharat. The Surakshit part of Bharat is no more the Surakshit through the military domain, but through the cyberspace as well. And in our case, when we are expected to have large contribution of digital sector into our GDP by 2047, the threats are also equally important to understand and given due diligence to take care of that. Now, for organization like ours, which is supposed to operate anywhere, anytime, and to take any mission, the threat landscape is to be seen very, very holistically. If I look at the cyber security, my personal opinion is security is always a myth. It's always the game of wits. And the defender is always behind the attacker. It's very, very difficult to match up with the way the attackers are progressing and attackers are handling the technology. And when it comes to technology is very, very, it's very enticing. It seems very, very good. But when you see the same technology from security point of view, it is very, very challenging. Case in hand, the entire industry outside is all go about AI. The life is becoming very, very comfortable. Operational efficiency is increasing. But when you look from the security point of view, the challenges, they increase manifold. Coming to the point of compliance and the security, we have to understand that security is purely based on the risk assessment. We always evaluate as per the available risks, which are changing day in and day out, and try to fill in the gaps. Prioritize those risks and go by, as per my opinion, that 80-20 property. Our endeavor should only be to fix the risks which are very, very imminent and critical. Because risks are, with change in technology, risks are changing on daily basis. And for every change, our metrics and our priority of risk should change. If we are able to align our controls of security and compliance together, the life can be easy and comfortable. But there would always be conflicts between operational part of the security and the security part of the person who's handling it. If we are able to align our compliance controls with the security controls, the cost, the training, the resources, the effort, that can be minimized and then can be reduced to a larger extent. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this great insight that you provided to us. Uh, I want to come to all of you with one last question, and probably we can, if you can respond in 60 seconds, it'll be great. So I'll start with you, sir. What I want to know is how are you leverage? I mean, we have seen tremendous adoption of AI, generative AI, and it's helping us a lot. So how are you looking at some of these emerging technologies like blockchain, AI, Gen AI, and how are you leveraging them to improve your security posture, lowering down your operational costs? So if you can share your quick views onto it, and then we can do a round.
Yes, so many questions in 60 seconds. I will just quickly answer. Number one, CISO is not only responsible for all security concern of the organization. This is a joint responsibility of entire organization building capacity. Now I come to your point, sir. AI or blockchain or whatever you call it, IoT, they should be tools for a organization performance. We don't work to promote, to implement AI in the organization. We work to improve our processes, and in these processes, if AI comes, we will use AI. If it comes to blockchain, we will use blockchain. So we are not that we are here to use some technology to prove it that's good or bad. This is a different aspect for the government. Whatever the processes we are using, if these processes are needing any technology, we will use it. As long as AI is concerned, as you are also told that on the face of it, it is very useful and it is very, very prudent also. But when it comes to security, it has no legal sanctity so far. Any advice which is given by AI is not legally supported. So the organization to organization, it is depending on what kind of technology they are using and how much it is impacting our security. See, nobody sees the security. See, easy is always easy and security is always tough. So when we call it about easy, easiness will be preferred over the security in many organizations. So security parameters must be considered when we use any technology which is emerging, and the technology which is proven, we can use it. Right? So, so that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Amitabh, sir, if you...
Yeah, just the quick pointers. The technology landscape is changing at exponential pace. Probably it is changing at much faster pace than we can expect. Though we are speaking of AI and blockchain today, but you know, new technology which is quite eminent now is the quantum technology. Probably the entire digital ecosystem which works on the trust, and the trust is given with encryption. The trust is getting challenged. Say after another 5 years down the line, when you have quantum computing coming and all that, the entire ecosystem of digital infrastructure which is based on RS algorithm will be threatened. So this is one technology which gonna change the way probably we have all interaction in the digital world. Besides that, AI for AI. So far, you know, if you look at the history of AI, it was talked way back in 1950s and couple of ups and downs. 2018, there was hardly any talk of AI, but 2023, when we speak of after LLM, the world has suddenly changed one technology. Now think of a scenario when AI is for AI. So long it was human who were behind the AI and making AI, you know, platforms for we people. AI for AI will be another disruptive thing which will happen. But as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. As the things will come, probably the security industry will also take the due course of action. Thank you.
So the new technologies has helped for the power sector in both the consumer as well as the operation technology. This would help us in giving the real-time information about the assets, the change management, and also be very helpful to the consumers in giving the real-time information about their bill and other services. So there has been many new things which are coming up, be it for the OT security. So I think the operations and the security can be held in both in the same manner with the same tool, with the new technologies.
See, technology has to be used as per, leverage as per the individual requirements. What we need to understand in today's geopolitical dynamics associated with technology, then there are supply chain issues, then there are sort of espionage attempts, state sponsors attacks, militarization of cyberspace. So considering all those things, the security leaders need to strategize their approach based on their risk. See, my risk is not your risk, and your risk is not my risk. I have my own agenda, I have my own use cases and all. So as far as I can tell you as a CISO is concerned, where I can use leverage, I want to have a complete visibility within my environment. I need to identify using AI and ML those deltas, those not so normal behaviors within the environment, within the traffic which is flowing. I also need to leverage AI when I have to manage the digital identities, which is very crucial when you have to provide these public services to the citizens and all. So this is what I can think of, but slowly dependent on individuals' risk appetite and due diligence when they need to adopt any new technologies.
Karan, sir, your views.
Uh, so, first I would like to say that these are my personal views and not endorsed by the organization or government. So, as my counterparts just mentioned in this conversation and before also, so technology looks very enticing and comes with a hell lot of risks. So, if we look at not only my organization or this panel's organization, if we look at a wider perspective, I don't think we have a way out here. We have to go with emerging technologies and coming technologies. The user today, the citizen, has access to every necessity with swipes and clicks. And we have to reach that stage of providing citizens with that kind of public services. So emerging technologies is the way out. And when it comes to risk, as I said before, technology looks enticing but comes with a lot of risk. So we have to not only getting enticed with technology, but we have to understand what are the use cases that we can satisfy, what are the use cases that can change the paradigm, or what can bring a digital shift in providing those services. Like we have come a long way. Like I was one of the few nodal officers of Central Public Grievances Portal. Just this week, I was hearing the Secretary of Pensions and Public Grievances. We receive around 12 million grievances a year, and now they are looking at AI to understand how to utilize the platform and serve the citizens better. When it comes to blockchain, Niti Aayog has published a full-fledged report on India's strategy to blockchain. And even though RBI has not considered the first set of CBDC, but it's in the process. So I think looking at technologies, finding out your specific use cases, and then going ahead, understanding the risk is the way out. Thank you.
So, for me, my personal opinion is with the technological disruptions that are coming, it's basically play with lot of S, security by design, smart contracts, supply chain security. There are a lot of S's if we take care, security guardrails. So if we take care of these things, and I would like to culminate in a sentence is that don't go for commercial off-the-shelf items. See what the organization mission, vision, objectives are, and try to create a solution out of those codes. I think that's the best way we can deal with such kind of disruptions, which is at a very fast pace.
Jaspreet, sir, your views.
See, every now a decade, new technology comes up, right? Like it's AI, then we are thinking of quantum computing also coming up. So, in my opinion, AI is definitely going to play a key role. But so, let us say, for example, if AI is being used by some kind of adversaries also. So, in case of cybersecurity, we as a defense person, we are also using AI. Let us say, for example, in the SOC system, there are thousands of alerts are coming on a daily basis. Thousands of lakhs of alerts are coming on a daily system. But how can we, analyze those alerts? So, in that case, ML, AI, they can help, in correlating those alerts, for example. And then, for example, in case of, the adversaries taking an AI-based malware. So, every technology will be there, new technologies will be there, but the threat perception of those technologies will continue to remain the same. So, in my opinion, that we cannot say no to these new technologies. We have to adopt these technologies for the benefit of the people and for the benefit of everyone. But we need to be cyber secure. with regards to these technologies. Yeah, this is my take on that.
Alok sir, your views?
My views are slightly different on the subject. So, any new technology is a new kid on the block, and the way you see it and the way I see it is two different. You see it as a business opportunity. I see it whether it serves my business purpose or not. And there you have to find a meeting ground, be it AI, be it blockchain, and there are lot many use cases which are being promulgated, which actually are just repackaged versions of existing solutions in the name of technology. There has to be a level of transparency and ethical behavior between those sitting on the other side and those sitting on this side, at least in this context. Security, an entire technology stack, starting from whether you start from the first automation that happened to AI or quantum computing, I'll go with Santulanji, it's a tool. And the tool will come with its associated risks. If you decide to adopt the tool, do your risk assessment, acceptable risk, own up, non-acceptable risk, do something to block it. And these technologies itself help you address those non-acceptable risks if you want to block them. So that's my take on it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And I think what's coming out very clear is we need to look at that crucial building block, which is the data, around which everything is revolving. And then, based on our organization needs, our business objective, we need to define what is needed, what is relevant, and then there has to be an audit around it. A mechanism where we can see whether it's working, not working, what changes have to be brought in, considering the dynamic landscape. So, I really thank you all for taking our time and sharing your views and enlightening us on how are you tackling the cybersecurity challenges. So I thank you for all your time. Thank you.